हेलो नमस्ते। हम फॉस्टर ईट्स के सेमिनार के लिए जा रहे थे और ऑथर आए थे फ्रॉम फॉस्टर ईट्स फॉर द प्रमोशन ऑफ द बुक एंड द फाउंडर ऑफ फॉस्टर ईट्स हिमसेल्फ। आई होप आपको पसंद आई है।
Begin the journey. So, I mean, as I told you, I mean, I can brag a lot about it. I had my investor meeting last week in the UK. I just came like last night, and I mean, things are going very well for us. But then, just remember that one simple thing that everyone who dreams has to take the first step. That first step is very important to make sure that you sort of just get on the pedal and just accelerate. If you just keep on thinking कि मैं कल कंपनी बनाऊंगा, मैं सोचूंगा, that's all very shitty thing. Another thing to add, what I've seen in entrepreneurs or people who start their companies is they feel that ये मेरा idea कोई चोरी कर लेगा. That's not how it works, guys. The main point is execution. If you have something in your
touring cities in Delhi first. We started 14th of August, and from Delhi we went to Indore. We actually went we took the Vande Bharat Express. So हमने Vande Bharat Express में we went in, met all passengers in across coaches. We told them about our books. Some of them were very kind to us. Heard about my story, my book, and everything. Some of them even shoot us away. You know, credit card बेचने आ रहे हैं. Those things also happened. So it's been a tiring event. It's now coming to I'm coming towards the end of my trip to India. 31st is when I go back to San Diego. So it's been a extremely productive, extremely useful, extremely memorable event so far. We met so many people across cities. We met students here at Symbiosis Indore last week and before.
The third all-electric European Fusona Championship. Zila is sprinting away, extending its lead, but Neil doesn't seem to be content. He's going in for a lead. This is unbelievable.
It becomes like a documented, something which you have written, the world can see, and the world can also make you sort of ask questions on it. How many times?
70 times I would have had to write this book. So first this book was actually about 120,000 words. 120,000 words was then that meant it will be like a 500-page book. So it will be so daunting that no one will pick it up. So then I had to condense it, and you cannot really condense it by deleting passages, right? You have to rewrite the whole thing. Otherwise, only then will it make sense. So yes, it's a lot of work that went into this. Like in my introduction was mentioned. So I was a regular South Indian boy growing up in Delhi. So I had my own set of challenges. So my first book, Perfectly Imperfect, comes closest to my growing up years in Delhi. When I talk about the challenges, the problems typical teenagers have, especially when you are a South Indian growing up in Delhi, culture inside the house is very different, culture outside the house is very different. Then I wasn't really a very bright. I was very smart and intelligent, but I wasn't somebody who could boast of big grades. So as a middle class boy, but there was one thing I always had, and it was not at all placed in logic. Was confidence that I'll make it big. So there was no logic to it, there was no truth to it, but I somehow had this sense of confidence that regardless, we'll be able to crack it. So starting from there, I completed my education in Delhi, and then I joined the website where you go and find menus and you can call and order. Now obviously technology has evolved, there's the app and so on. Post that, I started a company called Rationata.com, which was started along with BigBasket way before. So those were my early ventures into startup, and when I dabbled into startups and see how to set up a company. In both the occasions, I was able to see them through, and I was able to set those companies up, and we never lost, like I said. But my career was doing so well. My professional, my job career, my employment career was doing so well, and I was traveling so much around the world. I could never really do justice to these companies to keep them.
Congratulations to you once again. Here's the basis on which we had selected. One was the thought clarity.
That's all for the video. I thought to show you some random clips which I shot.